Do. Hey, this is Tony Ross for TonyTeach.com. How you doing? So, uh, the last time we were playing around in Harmony, I was messing around with the my little ugly little dude here, doing some master controllers, and one of the problems was the nose, and the trick was simply that I was using the same nose. Uh, so if it went from one side to the other, so it's going to do this nasty little flip. So instead of doing one, two, three, I'm actually doing four this time. So it's going to be look to the left, look straight on, and then a second look straight on. But this nose is flipped. That's the only difference. And then we look the other way. And so it's going to be 12 spaces. So three rows. What are it, three rows? Three rows, four columns. So in theory, I'm going to overlay this a little bit. So in order to make this work, I'm going to go to my grid wizard. And if you don't see this, this is a toolbar. So this is a master controller toolbar. And this is definitely in Harmony Premium. So I'm going to click here. And let's see. If I do a new one, I want it to be, it's like not 9 by 3. I think I need it to be 4 by 3. All right. Okay. So the trick is, and this is going to be tricky. One, need to make sure I have the right little thing there. That's right. Set up. Figure out where my playhead is. Yes, it's on frame 1. Okay. So, frame 1. I need to actually go ahead and click OK. Thank you. So, in theory, that's going to be frame 1. That's good. The second one, let's see. I'm going to move my playhead. Going to be frame 2. And the tricky part needs to be the position of this is -1. So I need to go to the next frame. That will be frame 3. And I'm going to make the position negative. I'm trying to anyway. So that's a little fun part. Just going down and down because these need to almost be right on top of each other. Pretty close. Okay. So that's done. And you know, I almost want to actually, while we're getting that set, that way I can actually move this later. Okay. So let's go to our next frame. Whoops. Dagnabbit. So this one going to be 4. Now, if I'm right, the next one is looking up. So I'll go to my next frame. And that's looking up. Looks good. Come up there. That's 5. Go to the next frame. 6. Next frame is going to be 7. And the next frame should be 8. Last but not least, the last one, so the character is looking down. So it's going to be down in this lower corner. That's 9. Go to the next one, 10. Next one, 11. So I'm just using my keyboard shortcuts, by the way, my less than and greater than keys. And 12. Okay. Now, this little guy here, I'm going to have them like overlapping a bit. And I guess in theory, I can do the same thing here. Have these line up on this next little frame. There. Okay, so we'll say, make sure we grab all the selected nodes, click on create. Don't think we gave it a name. Call this Sir Nose, devoid of funk. All right, so in theory, did I not do that right? Ah. Okay. I hate when I forget little steps. 2. Thank you. And now if I close this out, there we are. Sir Nose 2, thank you. And there we have it. So now, there's my master controller, Sir Nose, or Sir Nose 2 actually. Let's add a peg to that so I can move this little guy off to the right here. And let's see. That, yeah, the nose did what it's supposed to do. Instead of doing that weird little warping twist. Coolness. So yeah, that's how I would go about doing a nose. Does this look ugly? Hell yeah. But you know my rule. Bake the cake first, frost it later. Not bad at all. So yeah, basically what we did to make the nose work is I had one drawing facing the left, one drawing facing forward, then the exact same drawing. The only thing we did was flop the nose. And then we overlaid the two pieces here. I probably could have pushed that even further and maybe change the size of the little beads here so they're not having a little more information there. So, yeah. Hey, Howard. So yeah, this is playing around with this. Let me hit cancel, blah, 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 close that out. So yeah, that's the yonk, yonk. So yeah, I should probably do something almost this simple. And again, I've got to make Barry angry. Probably this simple. If you haven't already, check out the what is it? The Good Advice Cupcake, which is hilarious. And that inspired me to kind of do Barry angry, or at least the style. But I wanted to do something where it's not you're not beating like this really top production thing. I mean, yeah, eventually I'd like to do something really polished, but at the same time, and no offense to anything that's out there, but Cyanide and Happiness, it's very, very simple and hilarious. Looking at animators like Domix, it's actually really cool. And I wanted to work on something that's a little more simplified. And I think using the master controllers definitely can help with that because all of a sudden it means that you can do be pretty much a one man animation show. So, which reminds me, there is a video, and I won't pull it up on now because I'll probably get some sort of weird thing from YouTube. But go to YouTube, look up Ralph Bakshi surviving tough times. If you ever catch yourself feeling sorry for yourself and no one's going to watch my cartoon and no one's hiring me or anything like that, it's a 9-minute video where Ralph Bakshi was asked about how to survive tough times because this young guy says, "Hey, you survived all the big animation studios shutting down. You know, give us some advice. We're dealing with the same thing." And Ralph Bakshi adamantly disagrees with that statement and explains why we have absolutely no excuse for not doing stuff. So it's kind of cool. Yeah, I could have probably cleaned this up a bit, but the general principle is there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I also want to do something a little different with the. I moved the circle a little bit more this time. So, but yeah, there are your master controllers. Something simple. Um, I'm still trying to figure out what would work as far as a live class. We might just do instead of 10 people, maybe I'll make it a very short class, make it like only an hour long, and make it more people. The trick with that is, uh, it is, I would love, mind you. If anyone knows of a grant you want to send me, sure. I'll constantly do these for free. But software, time, a lot of those are a lot of money. So I try to make something affordable, which is why I'm doing this one for free. But we also might do something a little more. A lot of the webinars we do are like free, but I want to do something that's a little more, maybe like a group where we can actually ask questions, almost like an AMA. But if we say, hey, we're going to work on making a full character, and it might be, I don't know, leave something in your comments. What do you think? Like if we did a 1 hour thing. Normally, if anyone's trying to actually book me one on one, it's about between 40 and $50 an hour. But if I did a big group of people, um, maybe we do it like at 29 or something like that. Now, the sad thing is, if only one person shows up, we're not going to run it because that's kind of one on one rates. So, but yes, why you always got to be talking about money, Tony? Um, because internet costs money. Tony works on a 2011 computer, a Mac Mini, mind you. So, in case you're wondering what computer I have, there you go. Which I would like one of the new Mac Minis. So, dear Santa, if y'all want to save up and get like, Tony wants a new Mac Mini. But anyway, I digress. So, hopefully this helped you out if you're ever playing around with this. Shout out to Wimmery as well as TRY. Um, that's where I got the notes from doing this, as far as doing that little nose flop. Which, by the way, I will show you this, and it's kind of cool if you don't know this already. Let's turn those off. Let's make a new drawing layer, Add and close, looks good. If you have a nose, which I should not be trying to draw that with a paint brush with that on. Hold on my O key, click and drag. Okay, let's say this is my nose. Cute nose. Okay, so if we select this, if I simply press the number 4, I think it's right. Ah, wrong key. If I go and select this and I simply press the number 4, it flops that nose. It's kind of cool. I think 5, yeah, 5 is vertical. And this is pretty much already programmed in the software. And that's all versions of Harmony do that. So, little fun trick. Of course, it would depend on where your pivot point is. So, all right. Let's move that pivot. I'm curious. Go there. All right, cool. Yeah. So yeah, little tricks to flop things. Letting you know. But yes, being weird, don't mind me. Little hieroglyphic looking thing. So yeah, if I were to grab all of that, and that's where the pivot point is, if I press the number 4, yes, there you go. Alrighty, so that's it. If you haven't already, check out, I think I just put up some stuff on Tony Teach. We have been playing around with, what have we been playing around with? Our other little program that we actually teach. If you ever had planned on doing like a little story or like an ebook or even an app, there is some software that we use called PubCoder, and there's like a free course for PubCoder. There's also I don't know, some other junk. Where are you at? Where's PubCoder? Boom. There you are. So PubCoder is literally like how you can actually create interactive ebooks. So imagine playing in like a little iPad or something. You click on this pumpkin and he pops out there. So yeah, it's a pretty awesome program. You should take a look at it. So I think we have an actual free course in that, as well as we're about to release our master class. So fun little programming. We're doing how to make your own children's book or app. So that's kind of cool. All right, this has been Tony Ross for TonyTeach.com. Make art, not excuses. So go make something. Have a good one.